Just coming to a comfortable lying down position, in whatever that may be, whether it's the knees bent up or the feet flat out, arms either by the side or just gently resting on the body. And as you're here, just settling in, just feeling the body connecting to the mat. As we tune into the breath, as the subtle movements going on within, and the gentle sounds of each inhale and exhale. It's being sure the chin is tucked in, so the back of the neck is long. And as you're here, just allowing everything to settle and slow. Just tuning into the breath. Just allowing this to just empty the mind as any thoughts drift away. Slowing and settling, calming and easing. And now, I'm just going to lengthen the breath. So with each inhale, each breath, as we inhale to the count of 1, and exhale to the count of 1. Just continuing this rhythm, counting each inhale and exhale. And if you want, we can increase this. So inhaling to the count of 2. And exhaling to the count of 2. If you want to increase this further, you can. Whether it's to the count of 3 or 4, maybe more. It's whatever is comfortable for you. So it's a nice, long, deep inhale. And long, calming exhale. Now, let's change this rhythm slightly. So whatever your count on the inhale is, maybe it's 2, maybe it's 4, but let's extend the exhale. So if the inhale is to the count of 2, you can exhale for 4. And adjusting so it suits you. When you next exhale, just allowing that practice to go. The breath is returning to normal. Whatever rhythm that is, observing the difference within. And then let's combine breath with movement. So bringing the arms, palms facing down by our sides. As we inhale, just reaching these arms up and over onto the floor behind us. Not holding. As we exhale, as these palms come back down. Repeating to the rhythm of your breath. Now if you want, you can bring the toes in with it. So as we inhale, we're reaching the arms up and over and pointing the toes away. As we inhale, palms back down, toes pointing up. Just doing one final one. When the arms are back down by the sides, just leaving them here. If you like, you can hug these knees in towards the chest. Squeezing them in, shoulders dropped. And then maybe having a rock from side to side as you massage the lower back. The knees go one way, the head may go the other. And then from here, back in center and stillness. Squeezing these knees in briefly. And as we inhale, send the legs up into the air. Arms out at shoulder height or elbows out, palms facing up. Checking that that chin is still tucked in. Giving the ankles a rotate if they want them. And then just a nice loose shake off. And then let's exhale. We lower those feet down onto the mat so the knees are pointing up. Just a gentle press on the feet, just so that pushes the lower back into the mat a little. Maybe you can step the feet roughly out at the edge of the mat. And then we can give these knees a rock. Starting slowly at first, as we rock side to side. As we allow that momentum to build. And if it comes to the point that the knees come onto the mat or onto the floor, just leaving them there. Perhaps looking over the opposite shoulder. Observing the breath on this side of the open lung. Releasing into the twists with each exhale. As we inhale, knees back up. And exhaling across to the other side. As we hold it here. Observing the breath in this open lung. As we inhale, knees back up. The soles of the feet on the mat, but just bringing them back in line with the hips. As we interlock the fingers and just resting that head on the palms. Again, that chin is tucked in. We'll move it into the core. So, from here, can we inhale, bringing these heels in line with the knees. Those knees in line with the hips. And then, as we exhale, we send one leg forward. Doesn't have to straighten all the way. Inhaling in. Exhale, other knee or leg. As we inhale in. Twice more to each side. Exhale and reach. Inhale in. Final round, well, almost. Now, before we move, you can plant those feet on the mat for a second if you like. I think we can guess what's coming next. Letting everything settle for a breath or two. And then when you're ready, can we reset? Sending those heels back up, working the core already. As we exhale, one leg forward, opposite elbow and knee. As we inhale, reset. Exhale, other leg reaches forward, opposite elbow and knee. Twice more. I don't know why, but I pictured this was easier in my head. You've had those three. Collapse or whatever you need to onto the mat. So allowing that lower back to settle onto the mat. And then in time, we can just hug around the back of the thighs. Squeezing the knees in just for a second. And then in your time, you can begin to rock yourself up to your seated position or coming any other way. And inner seated, finding that spine long and light. And the shoulders drop, neck tucked in. How's our cores? That was a lot harder than anticipated. Okay, we're all in the same boat. So with everything tall, with each exhale, it's rooting down through the sit bones. Settling into our seated position. And then we'll work the neck. As we inhale tall, exhale as we look up. Every inhale to center. As we exhale looking down. Centering your breath and then ears to shoulder on the exhale. And in time, just doing one more round. We exhale and stretch. Every inhale to center. And when you come back, if you want, give that neck a roll around. Whatever else you need to do. Just being sure to keep it even as you go the other way. As we come back, center in stillness, rooting ourselves back down. As we bring it into the sides now. Inhale as we send one arm up. So that reaches up. As we exhale, crawling the other out. Folding over. So we hold here. Maybe inhale and reach. Feeling the stretch on the side. If you want, you can challenge the core. We inhale ourselves up. And exhale. The other side. As we hold, reaching with the inhale. And again, working the core. Palms together. We exhale it down to heart center. Allowing the shoulders to drop. As we interlock the fingers. Next exhale, sending them down. A big inhale as we reach them up. Side stretch again. Exhale over, not holding. Inhaling to center. Exhaling across. Once more each side. As we inhale, center reaching them up. Exhale. They come down. Moving it to the back. You can bring the palms together as they interlock again. Now, inhale. So you're almost reaching them down. You can squeeze those shoulder blades together. And each inhale, that chest puffing out. The next exhale, can we fold it forward? So exhale, leading with those interlocked palms. As little or as far as you go. Finding length with each inhale. And then inhale, back to center. As we undo those palms. Bringing them face up. And allowing the shoulders to drop. And just working with the breath. So in the inhale, bring the thumb and forefinger together. To the exhale here too. And then moving to the next finger. Working your way down, all the way to the pinky. And when you reach the pinky, it's working your way back up. When the thumb and forefinger are together, just leaving them here, gently touching. That attention inwards and on the breath. Lovely. And then releasing on the exhale. We can bring it into the shoulders if you wish. Whether you bring the palms in or they stay out. So we circle, inhaling forward and up. Exhale, squeezing back and down. Twice more. So we keep it even. Inhale, squeezing back and up. Exhale, forward and down. And when you've had those 3 to each side, you can release, shake off, bring the neck in as well if you want. And then in your time, let's work our way through to our all 4 position. Whether that's rolling over the knees or any other way that you wish. So as those palms come under the shoulders, remember it can always be on the fists if you prefer. And those knees under the hips. Just finding the spine long and light. Ready for cat. As we inhale, curling to look up. As we exhale, curling, looking down or through the legs. Repeating breath by breath. Feeling through each of the vertebrae in the spine. And then, in your time, as we come back to our flat back, as we exhale, as we sink it back into our child, in whatever variation is most comfortable for you. Sinking that chest and head down to the mat. Just allowing the body to release here. And then, gently, inhale. As we sink it back up to our all 4s. Getting ready for a twist. But first, let's just awaken these wrists. So we can start by walking the wrists in as they turn in to face each other. And then out as we work it out to the sides of the mat. Working our way in step by step. And back out. If you want to extend by pointing the fingers towards you, you can. Let's be very cautious of those wrists. As we step them back in. And then facing them out. Ready for the twist. So with one hand, pointing the fingers in, sending it roughly to the edge of the mat. As we inhale, reaching the other arm up. Then exhale, scooping it through. Shoulder maybe comes onto the mat, maybe the head. Just opening up in this twist. You can adjust the hand position if you like. Each inhale, that spine lengthens. As we exhale, giving into the twist. Next inhale, you can reach the arm up if you like. So this chest is nice and open. As we exhale, planting that palm back down. Inhaling ourselves back up to our all 4s to get ready for the other side. Sending the opposite fingers in. out to the edge of the mat. As we inhale, reaching the other arm out. Exhale, scooping it under to the shoulders. Maybe the head comes onto the mat. As we find the length on the inhale and the release on the exhale. If you want, again, inhaling the other arm up. So it opens the chest on this side a little bit more. And in time, exhaling that back down. As we inhale ourselves through, back to our all fours. And then here, we have a few options. Remember, you can always come onto those fists, but we're going to work our way into plank. So you have the option if you want. You can send those knees back, keeping the hips high. Oh no, we're working the core again. Or if you want, you can come into full plank. You tuck the toes under. Now the choice is yours. And we're holding this. So, engaging the core, keeping the spine and legs straight, or those knees on the mat. With each exhale, rooting down through the connection to the mat. Using the breath to calm and still. I think that's enough. So next exhale, one final challenge. You can slowly lower the chest to the mat or come down any other way. And when you come down, you can just take a hold of each elbow. As you rest the forehead in the mat or in the arms. Just allowing the body to settle here. Feeling that spine lengthen. Long, deep, energizing inhales. Releasing, relaxing exhales. And then we can work our way up into Sphinx. So if you wish, as we inhale, just plant one elbow below the shoulders. Or sorry, both elbows below the shoulders. Palms face down on the mat. That chest is lifted and looking forward. Now if this is too much for you, what you can maybe do is, if we were holding the elbows, it's bringing them in a little and lifting up as much or as little as is comfortable for you. And as we hold this, it's feeling that spine lengthen. Then our next exhale, we can lower back down as we get ready for Cobra. Remember, you can stay at the previous one if you prefer. If you're coming into Cobra, planting the palms in line with the chest. As we inhale, powering through the arms, lifting that chest and head up. Exhale, tensing the buttocks, peeling the spine down. Twice more. As we inhale and lift. Exhale, peeling down, slow and controlled. Now, when you've had had those 3, you can just take a brief rest. And in time, you can inhale up again. But this time as we hold, only for 3 breaths. Allow the shoulders to drop. Inhale, as that breath fills the lungs. When we've had our 3, exhale, peeling down. Now we're not going to stay here. Can we just inhale it all back into child? The all 4s. As we exhale, sinking back. It's counter stretching where we've worked. As everything releases. And in time, you can inhale via all 4s as we get ready for dog. So, palms planted, toes tucked, but can we lift up to dog, slow and controlled. I don't know where this class came out to be about the core tonight, sorry. Exhale. We're going to sink those hips back towards the hips. You can just sneak a stretch in the back of that foot. Now as we inhale, can we slowly power through the legs, working the thighs. We lift those hips up. And in time, sinking that chest and head through. Just give the head a little wiggle, just so it's nice and loose. And if you want, you can take a walk from foot to foot. Now remember, you can lower down at all 4s if you don't want to hold this. But can we work our way through to a lunge? So if you want, can we inhale up to 3-legged dog? As we exhale, slowly bending that knee through. Now you have the option, that back leg is straight, or that knee is on the floor. Checking this knee and ankle are in alignment. Now if you have that foot straight, with each inhale, breathing that length from the heel all the way to the crown of the head. As we exhale, releasing into the hips. Now with each exhale, it's releasing down. Now, just to change it up a little, as we inhale, can we spring this back leg forward? So we're stepping it into a forward fold. Now as we hold the fold, with the bend in the knees, allowing that lower back to release. Now, if we want a little bit of fun, again, this is all optional. We can plant these palms on the mat. Can we hop ourselves back to downward dog? You might want to watch. It's all optional. It's with a bend in the knees. You can try it if you want. It's up to you. Oh, there we go. Now you can sneak a walk in the dog if you like. Just be sure that chest and head is hanging through. Other side. Can we inhale the other leg up? Three-legged dog. As we exhale, scooping it through to our lunge on this side. Checking the knee and ankle on this side. Remember, you have the option. The knee is either on the floor or the leg is straight. Just allowing the hip to release on this side. And then in time, can we step that back foot forward again? Back into our forward fold. Just allowing everything to hang. Again, just give the head a little wiggle, just so it's nice and loose. And then in time, slowly inhale as we uncurl up to our standing position. That's it. Those feet nice and planted, tuning into our breaths. I'm quite cautious, this is where it went wrong last time. Letting everything settle here. That'll do. Shoulder drop, chin tucked in. And just our usual circle move. As we settle the breath. So as that inhale fills the movement. The palms together. As we exhale, drawing everything back to heart center. Twice more. And just keeping the palms here. As we inhale tall. As we exhale, rooting down through the feet. And just dropping the hands. Do what you need, whether it's shake, wiggle. We'll work back into the sides. But first, with the feet, just zigzag them out. Doesn't have to be wide, just a little bit wider. Toes either forward or out. We find ourselves tall, and we'll start the same way. One arm, inhaling up. That reaches up. We exhale over. Now we are going to hold it. Feeling that lovely stretch all the way down. If we want to work the core, the other side to your exhale. And inhaling up again. Palms together this time. The exhale down. Now we can interlock the palms, sending them down all in the exhale. Big inhale as we reach them up. Same move. Exhale over, but we're not holding. As we inhale to center. Second side. Once more to each side. As we inhale, reaching, exhaling down. Now, all the same as when we were seated. So bring the fingers together behind the back. So you can squeeze the shoulder blades back. So we inhale tall. Can we exhale, leading with the palms? Take a slight bend on the knees. Those palms reach up. Folding forward as much or as little as you like. Just feeling that release in the lower back. And then to your inhale, leading with those palms again. You lift it all back up. Zigzag it in if you like. And working into warrior. So just another challenge in the thighs. But we're going to do our little sequence that we've done before. Cheer first. Just nice and tall. Big inhale, scooping up. Exhale, can we lower these hips back? Now if you really want a challenge, you can come onto the toes. It's going to sound crazy, it's a lot harder in the thighs, but I find it easier. Only holding for a few breaths. Oh, inhale. Arms down. So we step that foot forward for warrior two. Front toes forward, back toes in, hips to the side. With the hands on the hips, breathing in tall. And exhaling. Checking that knee and ankle. Breathing in tall in this chest. This is your choice. You can inhale and reach those arms if you want. You look over the front fingers. Or if you prefer, you can just take a hug. And still looking over that shoulder, whatever you want. Using the breath to calm and still. We inhale, lengthening the front leg, palms facing forward. We tip it over on an exhale. Whether you hold the front leg or that hand draws down lower into your triangle. Maybe looking up if you're balanced. As we inhale, up again. Arms down. And then shortening this stance roughly to halfway, just to allow those hips to point forward. The hands on the hips again. So breathe in tall. Exhale, tipping forward, keeping the spine lengthened. If that front knee needs to bend, just allow that to happen. Just easing down, lower, lower with each exhale. Just feeling it release. And as we inhale, back up. You can face the front. You can rotate your way around. And then we'll just fold it forward. So exhale to halfway. Doesn't matter how wide or short the legs are. Halfway as we find the length. And exhale. Just folding down. as deep a bend as you need. It's using that breath, calming, stilling, releasing. And in time, inhaling our way back up. As we step it back in. Ready for the other side. So from your lengthened position, inhale, scooping up. Exhaling these hips down. Each inhale. Lengthen the spine, that chest puffs out. Option, maybe you're on the toes, maybe you're not. Inhale, back up. Arms down as they come onto the hips. As we get ready for Warrior Two. Finding our length with the opposite toes, hips to the side. Breathing in tall. And exhale. Front knee bends. That peak just so it's above the ankle. If you wish. Inhaling the arms out. Or just taking that hug if you prefer. And each inhale, almost as if that spine lengthens. So the hips lower a little in the exhale. That breath calms and stills. As we draw the energy in. Next inhale, front leg lengthens, palms to the side. Exhaling over the front leg, whether you hold the leg, the arm draws down further. Maybe looking up if you're balanced. As we inhale, all the way up. Hands to the hips, shortening the stance. So those hips point forward. Inhale tall. As we exhale, folding over the front leg with that spine lengthened. The front knee needs to bend, allowing that to happen. Just releasing, bit by bit. And in time, inhaling ourselves back up. Zigzag to the side, widening or shortening, whatever you choose. And forward fold. So exhaling down to halfway to start with. Halfway, finding the length. Exhale and release. And those arms can be doing anything. Whether it's holding elbows, ankles, or the mat in front. It's allowing everything to release here. And in time, let's inhale, back up to our stand. Zigzag it in. Rotate, shake, whatever we need. ready to work on our balance. So planting the feet down to start with, to find ourselves tall. And you can shift the weight if you like. Just awakening those micro muscles in the feet. It's going both ways if you've only been one. And then, ready to move. Planting those feet down as you root one down. As we inhale, lifting the other heel. Nice and tall in the chest. Can we lift this knee up in front? Maybe give the ankle a rotate if it wants. As we exhale, that knee out to the side. Remember that breath in the chest. And then tucking the heel in. When you're ready, whether it's high or it's low. We gently draw the arms down as we inhale, reaching them up. And exhale, palms back to heart center. It's finding the stillness here. Shoulders dropping, rooting it down through the standing foot. Maintaining that nice lengthened spine. As we tune into our breaths. And then, just gently, exhale ourselves down. As we plant this foot down. Finding that lengthened position. And inhale, as that other heel lifts. Lifting this knee up in front when it's ready. Rotating if you did before. And then we exhale out to the side. And in time, tucking that heel in to wherever it goes on this side. Now when you find the stillness, inhale and reach. As we exhale everything back to heart center. So shoulders drop on this side. Maintaining that lengthened spine. And rooting everything down through this standing foot. Observing the difference between each side. And then again, in time. Exhale down. Have a quick walk off if you wish. Getting ready to bring it all down. Forward fold and then dog. If you want to take a hop back, you can do forward fold at the front of your mat. But inhale tall. Exhale, tuck the chin, round the shoulders, bend in the knees. As we draw the weight forward, releasing vertebrae by vertebrae. Feeling through each part of the spine. When you found stillness, holding the elbows or ankles, or just letting the arms hang. It's making sure the head is loose too. And then you can either step through to dog or take a hop. Your choice. So if you're hopping, sending it back. As those hips are up in the air, and then chest and head is sinking through. If you want to have a walk, please do. Now as we hold dog for maybe 3 more breaths, or rolling down to child pose at any point before. And if you're still up, just think about rolling down in the next breath or two. As we sink it all back to a comfortable child position. That chest and head sinking to the mat. As we tune into the breath. Long, deep inhales. And any exhales, releasing any tension. And when you're ready, inhaling ourselves up to our all fours. Work at a very brief cat. And we inhale, curling up. As we exhale, curling down. And as we've worked evenly, let's come through to our seated position in any way you choose. As we send those legs out in front. Toes pointing up. Spine lengthened. Chin tucked in. Just rooting down through the sit bones. They work in to our seated twist. Doing your time. Let's inhale one leg in. Taking that hook. Stepping it over. These front foot. And stay in front. It wraps around. Roughly in line with the hips. Finding that length again. And then, same arm as this front leg. Exhale it around. Tucking it close into the hips. That's it. Breathing in tall. Exhale. Twisting around. Whether that elbow is over the front knee. Or you're holding it as you were before. Every inhale, finding the length. Maybe exhaling around a little further. Or just holding where you are. As we tune into the breath. Every inhale is a little bit more length. And the exhale is a little bit more release. And in time, inhaling that back arm out to shoulder height. As you exhale it around the front, that hug again as we undo these legs. Ready for the other side. So resetting, toes up, spine lengthened. So we inhale this other leg in, stepping that over. This front foot stays forward or the heel wraps around. Now that lengthening hug. So we exhale, other arm wrapping around, tucking it close into the hips. Just back shoulder, as much as it's up, it's dropped. So we exhale. Looking over the back shoulder, twisting over, elbow maybe across thigh. Same here, in every inhale. Breathing in that little bit taller. Exhale, you might go around that little bit further. Always maintaining the lengthened spine. As we inhale again, back arm out to shoulder height. Exhaling that around, having that hug again. As we undo the legs, you can give them a roll off or just tap and release if you like. As much or as little pressure as you like. And then in time, we'll come to lie down. Bending those legs up loosely. So we inhale that spine lengthened, arms up, last challenge for the core. So we exhale, peeling down slowly. When you lower down, you can just hug those knees into the chest if you wish. Whether that's having a rock or just enjoying the stillness, it's your choice. But from here, we'll just come into another twist. So as we come back to center and stillness, keeping the knees where they are, inhaling those arms out to shoulder height. As we exhale, those knees just falling to any side. Maybe looking over the opposite shoulder. Releasing into this twist. As we inhale to center again. And exhaling across to the other side. As we inhale, back to center. This time, just planting the soles of the feet on the mat. The arms can either stay here or come down by the sides. we work briefly in pelvic tilting. Just inhale, just applying pressure through the feet. That just presses the lower back onto the mat. As we exhale and release, as that natural curve returns. Repeating breath by breath. Now, when your neck's lower down, just leaving the hips there. As we inhale, lifting those legs up into the air. You can lift those arms up to join them if you like. Perhaps giving everything a rotate around if you want. And then just a nice, gentle, loose shake off. As we inhale, drawing the arms through the legs, taking a hold of the outer edges of the feet. Having a rock or enjoying the stillness. And then from here, exhaling down to your comfortable relaxation position. In whatever that may be. Just allowing that body to just settle onto the mat. It's feeling supported by the earth. Gently tuning into your breath. The subtle sounds that it makes. And that gentle movement going on within. Just allowing everything to ease and settle here. The attention draws inwards. The senses gently dulling. Just that rhythmic motion of each inhale and each exhale. Now, just picturing yourself beside a stream. Do you see and hear the water flowing past you? And the water, your thoughts and emotions. Being washed away, leaving you calm. As you look up to the sky, you can see the clouds. The light. Maybe some dark rain clouds. Or little white puffs just dancing across the sky. these clouds, your thoughts and emotions, seeing the themes of your life up there. But most of all, see the brilliant, white, bright lights filling the sky. And as that does, the clouds are just floating away, drifting off, just leaving the mind empty and still. All you see is the brilliant white lights. It warms and energizes you. And then gently, just allowing that light to fade. Just landing back gently on the mat, supported by the earth. And gently coming back to this moment, hearing each breath, observing the movement, and hearing the sounds, and the air touch your skin. And in time, you can begin to wiggle the toes and fingers as you make small movements. And if you like, inhaling those arms up overhead, having a gentle stretch out. And in time, exhaling those arms down. And then maybe hugging the knees in towards the chest. Whether rocking or still. And in time, rolling over to any side. A brief moment of stillness. You gently open the eyes, lifting yourself up to your comfortable seated position. So you find the spine long and light again, shoulders drop, chin tucked in. Just tuning back in to our breath, calming, stilling, and energizing. As we inhale, lifting the palms up. As we exhale everything back to heart center. We bow our heads. Namaste.